Hi, this is Isabel Litzler, Pleiad HC, the place to be to develop your skills and grow your potential. So today I wanted to make a special video about the pitch on how to talk about yourself. Tell me about yourself type of question. So a lot of people are quite nervous about this question. They don't know really what the recruiter is looking for. It's a big anxiety type of question. So I want to give you some direction today on how to tackle this question. So the first thing is that there's not one single person who wants the same type of answer. So it's all about what the person is looking for when they ask you this question. So the first thing is to ask the person what it is that they are looking for. So if someone says, tell me about yourself, it's appropriate to ask the recruiter, are you looking for a short summary of my experience, or do you want me to go over each experience in detail? So that way you know what the person is looking for, because sometimes people are quite different and the same question could link to different things, and you might give the right or wrong type of scenario. And I want to share with you that this happened to me actually in my past, that I wasn't giving the recruiter what they were looking for, and they kept cueing at me while I was speaking that it's not what they were looking for. So I had to readapt each time. So it would have cut through the chase if I had asked the question at the beginning, what is it that you're looking for? So people are not necessarily very good in communicating what they want from you. So again, going back to the person asking the question, just to make sure that you're giving them what they're looking for. So in this video, I want to give you what I would say 90% of the time what recruiters are looking for in the question, tell me about yourself. So the first thing is that it's usually a summary of your career. It's not going over every single thing in detail, because they have seen your resume and something you've done 10 years ago might not be so relevant for them. Again, remember, in Switzerland, people are looking for mostly the last two experiences. So spending 5 minutes talking about something you did 10 years ago is not going to be interesting for them. So it's not going to be so much value for you. So focus on your last two experiences. So when you tell your story, because again, it's a story, remember to keep it short. So the first thing is really to do a short pitch, something that people can follow. So keep it maybe to a couple of minutes. The second thing is to build a story. So you don't want to go over, okay, from 95 to 2000, I was an accountant and I worked for this company. From 2000 to 2005, I was a senior accountant and I worked for this company. This is just reading your resume. So you want to tell a story. What is it that you're about and why are you applying today? And this is the question people don't tackle in their answer. So they will tell you, yes, I've been in accounting, or I've been in marketing, and my last job was so and so, and then they stop there. So you're not convincing the recruiter of why is it that they should hire you. Whereas if you say, well, I've done marketing and I've done communications and I've done accounting, I realize my interest is mostly lying with marketing, and today I could see myself working for your company because I would bring so and so. So you see how it's different when you're just stating your experiences without looking at the value of the person, the value you bring to the person in front of you. It's not as efficient. So when you tell the story, make sure that you have this last piece there. That's really about what you're bringing to the company and the recruiter. Again, if you have an interim agency or a placement agency, the last part could be more about this is the value I could bring to your client, because it's not direct. But again, this last part should be there. So that's number two in the pitch. So remember, keep it short and tell a story with a goal, of what value you're bringing. And the last thing about the pitch is that it should be not just the content and the story, but it should be also the rest. So in some of my videos, I talk about how most of the communication is not so much words, but it's the rest of it. So it could be what you wear, your posture, how you speak. So when you prepare for an interview and you answer this question, make sure that you have the right tone. So if you say, okay, I started working as an accountant and then I worked as a senior accountant and my last job was for this company. So you realize you're not going to convince many people. But if you say, well, I started as a junior accountant, I was extremely motivated, so I was quickly promoted to senior accountant. And in my last job, I actually had some people that I managed in this company. And today, I am the accountant that is perfect for your company because I would bring my management experience, my functional experience. I understand how it works in your organization. I've looked at your website. I see that you work with so-and-so, and today I'm really the person that would really help you and bring you value in this type of situation. You see how it's quite different? In one scenario, you're just talking about your resume and you don't have the right tone. In the last experience, you're talking about why you're bringing value to the person in front of you. You're using the right tone and the right posture. So it's really about convincing the individual. That's what the interview is about. So when you answer this question, remember those three things. Keep it short, tell a story, and add all the general effects to it. You know, the tone, how you're dressed, and convincing principle. So if you have questions, put them down below. If you have experiences, share them with us. It would be great to read about experiences. I talk to you soon.